Hello and welcome back to another video. This video is going to be a little bit different from my usual predictions video. It's more so going to be my overall thoughts on the new Champions League setup and my potential games to watch for this week. Anyway, let's get into it. I think so far the Champions League has been great. When they first announced the changes, I was very unsure about it. I'm not big on breaking traditions at all. But there were so many claims that there was going to be big games, shock upsets, so I kept an open mind. I think that overall, it's it's delivered on what was promised. We've had some incredible games, unexpected results. I mean, just look at the table. Man City's not even in a playoff spot right now. They're 25th, and PSG is barely above them. Real Madrid sitting 16th. They've struggled this season. It's been incredible to watch. And you look at the top eight, have some shockers as well. You expected to see Madrid, Bayern, and Man City there. Instead, we've got teams like Atalanta, AC Milan, and Bayer Leverkusen. Don't get me wrong; those are some good teams, fun teams to watch. But I wasn't expecting them to be this dominant in Europe. I think that this last game day, the whole table is going to shift, right? There are so many teams that are so close to being safe, but aren't quite there. It's really difficult to predict where everyone will be on the last day. I think that Liverpool, Barcelona, and maybe Arsenal are pretty much through. Arsenal on goal difference, but Barcelona and Liverpool have a separation. Everyone else, it's really gonna have to fight to guarantee those top spots. Now I want to quickly go over what I think will be the games to watch in this last game days, um, because there are some incredible games to watch. I think the first game, Man City versus Bruges. Now Bruges has been for me a shock team, right? They have been such a feisty team. They've been so solid defensively. I think they've only letting 8 goals against them. Um, and then on the other side we have Man City. Man City has been so shaky, so all over the place. It's hard to know what's going on with them. Um, they really are going through a rough patch. They sit 25th, so they're not even in a playoff spot. Bruges, on the other hand, is in 20th. So they are semi safe, but a win here for Bruges would guarantee that. On the other hand, Man City, if they don't get a win, they're out of the Champions League. No playoff spot. It's done. Um, they've been really leaky defensively, and offensively, at moments, they look stale. They did bring in new signings, Kusanov and Marmouche. I'm hoping to see Man City pick up form and have a shocker of a game here. Um, Predictions wise, I am gonna make a predictions. I think Man City's gonna win this, just based off the fact that they won against Chelsea. They're riding the high, but I would not be surprised if Bruges pulled out for a defensive masterclass and drew the game. PSG has been dominant in Ligue 1 and all those cup competitions, but in the Champions League they've really struggled. I thought they'd be higher up on the table, but they just haven't looked to be the team they have in recent years. Recently, they have picked up form and results, but they have one more game they need to get through to guarantee their safety. Right? They are in a playoff spot, but it's not guaranteed. We have teams on the fringe just sitting right there. Um, on the other side, we have Stuttgart, who have been fighting hard to continue the Champions League format. They've had a lot of tough games, and they sit 24th. They're really close together. Both of these teams, I think, would want to win to guarantee their safety. I'm personally going to back PSG. I think PSG are going to ride the height of a Man City win. They have Kvaratskhelia as well joining the squad, and he really is a great player. I don't know exactly how he's going to fit into the system, but once he does, I think that this PSG is going to reach higher heights, and I just see them winning this game. The next game is dependent on really Barcelona. While Barcelona do sit in second place, they've been an incredible side to watch this season with an electric offense and a fun style of play. Now, that's not to mean that they are perfect. Defensively, they have their flaws, right? With the high line, that can get exposed, but it's a high reward, high risk, high reward football style. On the other side, we have Atalanta, who I knew would do well, but I wasn't expecting them to be challenging for a top 8 in the Champions League. They have an incredible offense, and their defense is a little bit iffy at moments, I do think that they can go far in this competition, right? Now, I said that this game depends on Barcelona because Barcelona's already through, right? They're second place. They're guaranteed a spot. If they play a full, it's whether or not they play a full lineup or not. I still think this will be a fun game to watch, but if they don't, I think Atalanta will come in here and take a win, right? It's important that they move forward in the Champions League. If Barcelona plays a full lineup, I think then it's going to be a really, really tight game because both sides are great offensively. And I would see a draw, a 2-2 draw. If they don't play a full lineup, I'm backing Atalanta to win too. This game is a little bit iffy because, well, Benfica sit in 21st, right? And all those teams that are on the fringe of being eliminated are going to be feisty for the last game, I think. Benfica are going to want to confirm a playoff spot, and in order to do this, they need to win, right? On the other side, they have Juventus. Juventus has been pretty comfortable sitting in 17th, but would be more so with the win. They've been beyond solid defensively, but their offense doesn't look to have a ton. They just signed Colomwani, so I'm hoping that this will change a little bit of the game, but we'll have to see later on how Juventus performs. I think with this game, it's actually going to be a draw, right? Now, if they draw, I think they'll both be safe, but I think it'll be a draw. Juventus is too solid to lose this game defensively. I like watching Benfica. It was great to watch their game against Barcelona, and I'm hoping to see both of these move on to the playoffs. Now, I'm excited to see where everyone ends up in the table on the last day because I think that'll change the whole Champions League playoff stage. Now, I'm not sure how I feel exactly on the playoffs just because of the amount of games they've been playing. We have had an increase of injuries due to the games throughout the increasing games throughout the season. But I'm not sure how much this will impact it. I think there will be some definitely good games to watch because we have Madrid, PSG, Juventus, Dortmund, and potentially Man City in the playoffs. So we should be seeing some insane games. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are on all of this, on the playoffs, on the whole new Champions League format, and I will see you all in the next video.